Welcome back to Junket Jam Live. I'm Christopher Albert, and I believe that until all lives actually matter, have meaning, and purpose to all others, we cannot ignore the evident discrimination that is continually displayed toward our brown brothers and sisters. There are major disparities in our country right now, affecting both Latino and Black communities, and it is why we acknowledge that Black lives do in fact matter. Skin color is as irrelevant as one's hair color, yet we have used it since the inauguration of our great country to ungreatly justify the intolerable treatment of brown citizens. For hundreds of years, our Black neighbors have had about as much freedom and liberty as caged birds, and was once not even considered citizens at all, but American property. Even though much has been done since then to afford more civil liberties for all, it is absurd to not take notice that the cages we still reserve for humans are disproportionately filled with men and women of a certain color. As a light-skinned Puerto Rican, I enjoy the luxury of not being discriminated against simply, and I do mean simply, because of the color of my skin. This is not just an observation from the other side of a television. As a Puerto Rican, I come from a family rich in diversity, comprised of people I love of all shades. I can't begin to tell you how disheartening it is to be stopped during a family road trip together because one of my kin has raised the suspicion of a patrol officer based on their darker complexion. And it's not just the police. I've seen many Black men and women slain over their own disregard for Black lives, and not just by guns, but by needles as well. Racial prejudice has deep embedded origins in our country, culturally and societal. There's no simple solution in trying to gain some humanity, compassion, and goodwill toward one another. There is still a great need for the concerted effort to not only recognize that there is still senseless, oftentimes violent bigotry being displayed toward Black people, but also be cognizant of the fact that Black-on-Black crime is just as destructive. And remembering that Black lives also include those who happen to be in blue. Black lives matters to many, and it should to you too. And because it is about time I finally break all this tension I created with some laughs, I've compiled a little list of white things that may be hazardous to Black lives that we say matter. So to my Black brothers and sisters, stay away from these very white things. Okay, the first one, sugar. Yeah, because Black don't crack unless you got diabetes. Crack cocaine. It's 2018. If I have to tell you why you need to stay away from crack cocaine, you probably are still smoking crack. Snow. A single snowflake can hurt you, but shoveling your car out of 2 feet of it can. Marshmallows. Did you guys know that 2,800 people die every year from choking on marshmallows? Yeah, me neither. Most of them are children. And that's not even funny, it's just a fact. Wedding dresses. Nothing causes a Black woman more hypertension than picking out a dress to get married in. As someone who is married, trust me, sisters, stay engaged for a little while longer, all right? Say no to the dress, all right? Paper. Paper cuts aren't fun, all right? Just write an email. Milk. 75% of African Americans suffer from lactose intolerance, which causes bloating, gas, cramps, vomiting, headaches, rashes, and asthma. If you really want a healthy breakfast, eat your Cheerios with fish oil, okay? Great white shark. Unless you're a marine biologist, there's no need for anyone, any color, to get near one, okay? Stay away. And finally, the White House. Let's look at this photo of the White House interns, all right? All right. Now let's look at this picture of the presidential cabinet. Trust me, if you're a person of color, you're not invited, all right? Have we all seen Get Out? Yeah. No one even knows if Ben Carson is even alive anymore, okay? I would like to thank my studio audience for joining me. Taino Briggs, thank you so very much. I want to give a big round of applause to my diverse crew. Thank you so very much. Jay, Jennifer, Jimmy, Maureen, Lee, and Lou. Let's get out of here. To quote the late, great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., we may have all come on different ships, but we are here on the same boat now, all right? Thank you guys very much. Have a good night. Thank you, Jen.